Hey guys, so today is just going to be a quick video on my thoughts about minimalists having a hobby or a collection of some sort. I came across this idea looking at a couple different YouTube videos and comments and blogs and such about people claiming that minimalists can't have hobbies or collections because it requires having stuff. I just have to say that I disagree, and I want to share why. I came across a video in particular. This person was reviewing the Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo. If you're not familiar with that book, it was very popular here in the minimalist and the organizing community here on YouTube. And I did read the book. It was a while ago. I can't remember details about it, but if I remember correctly, Miss Kondo was helping somebody, simplify their house or whatnot, and then they had a huge giant wall filled with books. After everything was done, everything was cleaned out, they got rid of everything they didn't want, and had an entire wall filled with books. And the person making the video, their arguments were I agree with most of their arguments on why the book wasn't considered minimalism. It was more so towards simplifying your life, like how to start that process. But it is very similar to minimalism. Although this person did say one particular argument that I didn't quite agree on, and it was that because this person had a huge giant wall filled with books, they weren't minimalists. Now, obviously that person in particular probably wasn't striving towards minimalism itself, but I think a minimalist who has every other area in their life simplified down to what they need, why can't they have a big giant wall filled with books if that's something that they absolutely love? And I think I was a little set back by it because I myself do read. Reading is one of my passions. I haven't showed you guys my book collection because I wanted to kind of prepare you guys for it because I know people won't see that as minimalism. But I'm working on every other area in my life so much that I've gotten rid of so much and I'm not bringing in a lot of stuff anymore. I feel like I'm working towards being a minimalist. I feel like I'm getting there. Why can't I have that one area in my life that none of those rules have to apply to? I'm still very minimal about my book collection. I haven't been impulse buying books. I make sure I research to know that I will most likely like it before buying it. I considered doing a e-reader, but maybe in the future. I like the physical feel of a book, and that's why I still have my collection. And I never keep books that I don't like. I'm an avid book reader. You can ask anybody that knows me. Every year I have a book goal. I have a goal of amount of books to read every single year, and that's how much I like it. I don't just buy books in hopes to read them. I actually read. If you are somebody who is an artist and you want to live out of your backpack, but you know that you have too much art stuff that you can't give up, it's okay. Maybe you'll just have to have an extra suitcase for all your art stuff. It's a passion of yours, and if you enjoy doing it, there shouldn't be any kind of rules that you can't have a lot of it because it's not minimalist. And as for collections, people with collections, I think that is a little bit different than like a hobby. I guess my bookshelves can be considered a collection. When I was younger, I've been a huge Star Wars fan since I was very, very little. I think the first time I realized I liked it was maybe when I was like 7 or 8. I didn't really tell people I was a fan of Star Wars though until I was in freshman in high school and I started seeing Star Wars stuff at like Hot Topic. Star Wars stuff was hard to come by back then, and so when my friends and family did find Star Wars stuff, they wanted to get me that stuff for like my birthday and Christmas. I've accumulated a lot of Star Wars stuff over the years. With the new movie coming out and Star Wars stuff just everywhere now it's really easy for people to get me gifts. I've had to cull my collection down quite a bit, and I've had to keep the stuff that I actually use and are practical to me, such as like a Star Wars blanket, shirts that I wear. I had to get rid of things such as like a Darth Vader backpack that I never wear, a Darth Vader gumball machine, just stuff like that. So if you have a collection, be practical about it and try to keep culling things down, and if you get new things, get rid of some old things, or if you don't want your collection to grow anymore, simply tell people to stop buying you the stuff, because I've had to do that. That's really my thoughts on it, and I think a lot of people can agree with me. Also, probably people who don't agree with me. So I want to say, if you do disagree, please keep it nice in the comments. There are nice ways to say why you disagree with me. I would love to hear your thoughts on it. If you have that passion or that hobby that you enjoy doing and you're kind of stuck with minimizing and you think, oh, I can't have this stuff because it's not minimalist, remember that there are no rules to this minimalist thing. As long as it's stuff that you enjoy and you're using, you're not just collecting and keeping just to have this stuff, like you're using it and you enjoy it, then why not? There should be that area in your life that there's no rules about any of that. I hope that makes sense. So before I end this, thank you to everybody so much for the 10K. I cannot even believe it. I'm honestly like, it doesn't even feel real at this point. I think it just hasn't really hit me, but I know it happened, and thank you everybody so much. And I know it's standard for people to do like a 10K giveaway, but maybe I'll do a giveaway. I really don't want to have to give people more stuff when they're probably trying to get rid of stuff, so I'll think about it. Other than that, please let me know your thoughts, or maybe what are some of your collections or hobbies that you're having trouble with getting rid of. I want to know what you guys think. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.